Hey, it's Gregory Kallenberg from the Louisiana Film Prize 2022, and I am super thrilled to be here. Before I jump into it, remember, you can get your tickets at prizefest.com. Film Prize this year will be October 21st through the 23rd. Again, it's going to be a time to be had for all. And speaking of a time to be had for all, I am so thrilled and honored to be here with Monique Morton Daracell. Did I say that right that time?
Yeah.
Daracell, the director of Rising Dawn. Monique, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Fantastic. And before we jump into it, tell us a bit about your day job. So you are not just a filmmaker.
Yes, I do more than just make films. I am an educator. I teach middle and high school theater for the Talented program in Lafayette Parish. Been doing that for 5 years. And I also am an improviser. I do improv professionally in Lafayette with Silverback's Improv Theater and Ragtag. And I just do a bunch of other things. I'm an actor as well. So I kind of do everything.
Super cool. And okay, say something funny. No, I'm kidding. That was
funny.
no, that was yeah. That's right. Of course, from the Improv Pro. So why don't we jump into it? And if you could give us a brief synopsis of Rising Dawn, but no spoilers.
Absolutely. So Rising Dawn is a coming of age film with Black girls in the forefront. And it's dealing with the sport of majorettes, that's baton twirlers. And it's really just a really feel-good film about knowing your own worth and overcoming self-doubt and just really powering through to become a powerful performer. I was going to say something else that may have been a curse word, so I decided to change that.
I got to tell you something, Monique. You're in Film Prize land. You can say whatever the hell you want here.
But okay, yes. Badass, coming into your own badassness, basically.
I love that. And much better put than yes, the badassedness, which is like super important to the film and about everything that it's about. I'm curious about the inspiration for this film. It really is something that seemed to be pretty personal in a sense that you want to put this subject matter onto the pedestal.
Absolutely. Well, I was a majorette in high school. I went to Booker T. Washington High School in Shreveport. That's where I am originally from. And I don't see a lot of movies about majorettes. I see cheer, I see dance and all other sports, but there's not a large majorette scene these days. It's started to dwindle away. And so I really wanted to put a movie about majorettes in the forefront. And ultimately, as an educator teaching high school students and remembering back from when I was in high school, there's not a whole lot of representation with positive movies with Black girls in the forefront. There's a lot of drugs and violence and trauma. And I just really wanted to create something that was trauma-free for Black girls.
I love it. And it really is an amazing film. Why did you pick the Film Prize to make this film and make this statement in the Film Prize?
Well, I was making the film, and then I knew a Film Prize. I knew that it was based in Shreveport. I only learned like halfway into my pre-production process that you guys opened it up to statewide. And I really wanted to film in Shreveport, but it just worked out better to film it in Lafayette, which is where I currently live. And so I was excited to see that it was opened up to the whole state. So I was like, well, why not? Let me just go ahead and apply and do it, because the film was getting made anyway. So I just wanted to take the opportunity to be a part of Film Prize that I've heard about for many years, but I just wasn't able to ever really partake in it. So this was just the right time.
I got to tell you, we love having our independent filmmaking brothers and sisters down in Lafayette being a part of this, because you guys are such a special place, and to have you part of Film Prize is really important. When you look at the production side of this, what were those highs and lows? What was it like making this film?
Man, well, let me tell you, I started making this film, I think it was February of 2021 when I wrote the script. And we were still in COVID. I had just started back working. I had a baby in August of 2020. And so I was just in this mode of like, okay, I've got to do this now, or it's never going to happen with this baby coming up. So at this point, I'm raising two babies. And so it was a lot of work, a lot of late nights, a lot of days with not much sleep, and trying to do as many Zoom meetings as possible to find my crew and my cast, and just finding age appropriate actors who can twirl is was very difficult. I finally found my lead actress. She flew in from West Virginia to take part of this. She's a feature twirler at Marshall University. And the other actresses came along and had basic twirling skills. So we had to train them a little bit and get a choreographer. And there was a lot of difficult things to say the least of, but it was a very exciting process to see something that was in my head like come to life. It was a very large, ambitious project for sure. And I was like, why didn't I do something simpler? That would be a little easier to accomplish, but we did it. So I'm very excited and happy about that.
Yeah, I got to tell you, you did not pick an easy subject, and I am kind of curious, being a former majorette, right? And watching the people who really know how to do that type of thing kind of take the field. Choreographing, being out there and watching them do their thing is a big part of this film. Was that a hard thing to direct?
Not really. I let the choreographer do the routine, and the actress who played the lead did a lot of her own choreography as well. And so that part was easy. I kind of wanted to get out there with them and twirl again. You know, it just brought back so many good memories. But just teaching them like kind of how to twirl and get the routine, I let someone else do that part.
So Monique, your first film? This your first film?
Kind of, sort of. It's my first film of this level. I've done some short projects previously.
Right, but you've hit the big time, and I don't mean that just from a Louisiana sense. I mean, I'm not kidding that Louisiana Film Prize, you know, is something that is at an incredibly high level when you look at sort of the national indie film scene. I'm curious what you think it's going to be like, and will you be excited to see this film on the big screen?
Absolutely. I've pretty much only watched it on my laptop at this point, going back and forth with the editor and the composer and everybody. So seeing it on the big screen is going to be, I don't know, I may have all these emotions that go through. I'm a Capricorn, so I hide my emotions well. But I think, who knows, I may break out into tears or something, just because it's something that I haven't seen yet. It's one of my films on the big screen. And so it's definitely a moment that's going to be a powerful moment for me.
Yeah, well, one thing about Film Prize that you'll find is that you'll find plenty of friends out there that will cry right along with you. They're there to cry with you. They're there to hug you. They're there to hold you. It's just the audience that's there. So what do you hope the audience takes away from Rising Dawn?
I hope the audience takes away just, I guess, being inspired to want to follow your dreams and know that you have it within you. You just need a little push. Sometimes this project was a big push for me from my mentor, who helped me go through this whole process. And the coach in this movie is a big mentor who helps push the student along to find her greatness. And so I think you just have to know that, you know, sometimes you just need a little kick in the butt to really show what you got. So I hope that people just take more chances and really do what they want to do.
So before we leave, certainly we're going to do a Viva La Film Prize, but I am curious, let's say on Sunday, I take the stage, I take a mic, we bring up the whole group, we unveil that check, and that check says Rising Dawn. How will it feel to win, and what would you do with that money?
Oh my gosh, it would feel absolutely and that will probably make me cry for sure. It'll just feel like all of this was worth it. All of the blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifices that I've made over the last year and a half have been worth it. And so that will be very fulfilling to know that I'm on the right path. And with the money, I think I'm definitely going to submit to other festivals, and hopefully if we get into other festivals, just be able to go and meet more people and network. And ultimately the long-term goal is to create a feature film of this idea. This is a bigger story that I want to tell. So this is really a proof of concept. So I'd love to start the wheels in motion of making this feature film, Rising Dawn.
I love it. I said that was the last question, but I do have one other question. So if you could speak to the other Moniques that are out there, like you, who are looking at Film Prize, what would you say to really, would you suggest that they really put themselves out there like you did at Film Prize? I mean, and why, and what would you tell them to get them on the path to creating a film that hopefully takes them to the place where you've reached?
I think definitely don't rush anything. I think you have to make sure that you're prepared and ready. That just makes you, that means honing your skill set as a writer, as a filmmaker, in whatever capacity that you're in, whether it's directing. Just take all of those opportunities to make sure that your skills are strong, so that when you do put all of this money and effort towards creating a film, that it's not, a bunch of crap that you put together, because I definitely made crap and I wouldn't have submitted that to Film Prize. So you gotta not get discouraged at your own talent. And, the first thing you make may not be great, but that's okay. Just do it again, do it again, do it again. And then at some point you're going to say, okay, I'm ready. And then when you're ready, just do it, because you're still going to have those voices in the back of your head, with the self-doubt. And ultimately that's the same thing with the movie Rising Dawn. She struggles with self-doubt, and you just have to push past that and know that you have something to say, and just say it, just do it.
I love it. I love it. So to get us out, you ready to do a little Viva the Film Prize practice for Prize Fest?
Yeah.
Ready? Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna do this. Is good. This is just getting you warmed up for the Louisiana Film Prize, because when you get here during Prize Fest, it's a whole different deal. So
Okay.
we're gonna scare the people next to you. We're gonna make sure the people in the hall are wondering what's going on. You ready? I know you're at school, Monique. This is where they fall in love with you. Right, here we go. All right, we're gonna do it on three.
Oh gosh.
Three. Viva the Film Prize on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Viva
the Film Prize! Woo! Way to go. Well, this has been Gregory Kallenberg, and this is Monique, who is the director of Rising Dawn. Remember, you can go to prizefest.com to get your tickets for the Louisiana Film Prize. You can come cheer on Monique, vote for Monique, get Monique to the top of the mountain, because Rising Dawn is a beautiful film, and we appreciate you so much. Thanks so much, Monique.
Thank you so much.